What's for breakfast? Eggs, some toast, and I got some potatoes still in the oven, so that's going to be awkward. Oh, we better turn that off before we get DMCA'd. Hold on. Hey, everybody. Hey, there we are. Welcome, everybody, to the Pride of Detroit Twitch page or YouTube page. I keep forgetting to include you YouTubers. Thank you for joining us if you're over there on YouTube. We are trying to kind of expand ourselves because we know not everyone's a Twitch baby. A lot of people love that YouTube, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm an old person, so the whole YouTube thing is still kind of new to me. I mean, I know what YouTube is, but I mean streaming on YouTube. You get what I'm trying to say. When I grew up, it was all about Newgrounds, collegehumor.com. You guys are too young. Anyways, if this is your first time here, I don't normally talk about how old I am. I talk about the Detroit Lions because we are a Detroit Lions website. This is our Twitch version of the website. PrideOfDetroit.com is where we do all our writing content. We do news. We do analysis. We're fully credentialed, so we get to talk to players and all that sort of fun stuff. E-Bombs World, yes. What's our Madden record? Ask Blove the Genesis. We are, I believe, 1-10. Yeah, 1-10. And so this isn't like a dynasty mode or anything like that. We're just doing week-to-week exhibition games. We try to adjust the lineup to as close to what we think the actual lineup will be and all that fun stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. What? False 1? 1. I said 1-10, right? What's up, Gabe Bossman? Gabe Bossman, I should say. Sorry, I did not pronounce that correctly. The Jets game was a setup. Yeah, well, that we don't count that one. Thanks for following, Gabe. Appreciate it. All right, so yeah, in case this is your first time joining us, we're going to adjust the lineup. We're going to ask you guys some questions about what you think the lineup is going to be, because obviously there's some question marks like Deandre Swift, like there's a bunch on the Bears side as well, including Khalil Mack. All that sort of fun stuff. Then we'll run the simulation. All the while, feel free to ask me any questions about the Detroit Lions. You want to ask about the GM search, you want to ask about the head coaching search. I'll do my best. I'll admit straight up, GM search, I'm still kind of scratching the surface. I'm going to really kind of dig into that tonight. But if you want to talk about the Lions game too and talk about maybe what we'll see, you want to talk about why the Lions released Marvin Hall or will be releasing Marvin Hall. We'll talk about that as well. So, yeah. Let's waste no more time. Let's get into it. Let's pull up the rosters here. Let's adjust due to some injuries, and we got some decisions to make that you guys are going to be a part of. That's what I like about these things, is you guys get to be a part of the decision-making process and how we set the lineup. First things I think we have to talk about is Deandre Swift. He was questionable. Whoops. Good. All right, latest update. With an illness, he is past concussion protocol, but did not practice at all this week. If you listen to Darrell Bevell in his press conference, he made it very clear that if he does manage to get through this illness, he's only going to have a limited role. But you know what? This is a Madden sim. We can do whatever the hell we want. Does Deandre Swift play? Yes or no? Give me just a yes or no, whether we should have him in the lineup. And the first to 5 wins. Let's say that. So we got a no. Oh, we have 2 no's. Maybe. Oh, okay. Wow. No one wants DeAndre Swift to play. Y'all are really excited about virtual Adrian Peterson, huh? You just want this to be realistic. I got you. All right. I guess Kabinda, you're gonna knock him out. Whoops. Oh, I just messed up. Williams, Swift. There we go. Adrian Peterson, Kerryon Johnson, Jonathan Williams, Jason Kabinda. There you go. All right. Now we have to deal with some things that have already been decided for us, like Kenny Golladay out, Marvin Hall apparently not going to play in this game either, as the Lions apparently have decided to bench or to cut him, as I alluded to before. So we have some work to do here. All right, Marvin Hall, you got to go. Kenny Golladay, you got to go. Mohamed Sanu, welcome to the lineup. Geronimo Allison, I'm pretty sure you are on IR. So Hawkinson, I guess you're number 6. There we go. Look at this. Marvin Jones, Danny Amendola, Quinn Cephas, Jamal Agnew, Mohamed Sanu, and TJ Hawkinson. Yikes. How do you feel about hiring Eric Bieniemy? Great question, Gabe. I'm not. The more and more I dig on Eric Bieniemy, the more and more I am not for it. Obviously, there's the whole like, how much is he actually responsible in Kansas City? And the more and more I dig, the more and more the answer sounds like no. He's not that responsible. And then there's also the kind of the checkered past from its days at Colorado or something. Had a lot of controversies. Granted, I mean, given that the Lions just came off of one big controversial thing with their head coach, I'm not sure I'm really into Eric Bieniemy anymore. I think I'm kind of out on him almost completely at this point. Hall's potential in decent hands. That's why I find the waiving him is, yeah. I don't. There has to be something else going on, and you know, veterans like that. Maybe he asked for his release. Maybe he's like, hey man, give me a chance somewhere else. I don't think I'm going to stick around with the new regime. Last year of my contract, give me a shot somewhere else. And maybe the Lions did him good. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. Like we keep talking about how, you know, maybe Bevel will open up this offense a little bit, right? Like you'll test defenses a little more deep. And if that's the case, Marvin Hall's the guy you want to keep on your roster. So anyways, let me get back to this roster stuff really quick. This is pretty much it on offense. Matthew Stafford's questionable, but I don't think anyone actually thinks he won't play. So we'll keep the offensive line as is. Tyrell Crosby is a right tackle because Vitai's on IR. Ibushi or Dahl. Do you guys? Oh, shoot. That's my potatoes. All right, let me adjust the lineup really quick. And then I got to go take the potatoes out of the oven. Otherwise, I'm going to burn my house down, and none of you want to see that. More time for Sanu? Maybe. I think we'll probably see more Cephas than anything else. Do you think we should try expanding out of NFL coaches and go to college coaches like Dabo Swinney and Kirby Smart? I don't think either of those guys are going anywhere. I think those guys are very comfy where they're at. And interesting, they have Julian Okwara, who's still on IR. We'll leave that be for now. Deshaun Hand, sorry, buddy. You're out again. Austin Bryant is questionable. I think just for simplicity's sake, let's have him in. We'll have Everson Griffin be there. Okay, that looks good. We got to take care of cornerback because cornerback is ugly, my friends. Mike Ford. Justin Coleman needs to be in here too. Let's do Coleman for Okuda there. Let's just say Coleman's our second outside corner here. Campbell from Iowa State. I like him a lot. I think if we're going college, I kind of like, you know, I've heard great things about his leadership. He's done a pretty good job over there at Iowa, and then what was it, Toledo before that? So I'm down with that. How many drops has Cephas had this season? Too many. I think I'm going to keep Darryl Roberts here. I have a sneaking suspicion they might elevate him from IR today. If not him, it's probably going to be D Virgin. But I think this is probably what you're looking at here, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. I think that's essentially the order that you're going to have. Amani Oruwariye, Justin Coleman, Darryl Roberts, Mike Ford. I think those are probably your four healthy corners on Sunday. And Tracy Walker is questionable with a non-injury. He just had a baby. I'm going to guess he plays. So we're just going to keep that. Now, Trufant is on IR. That is correct. Yes, he is. All right, let's go to the Bears really quick. We're going to try to take care of this quick because, again, I don't want to burn down my house. Nick Foles, questionable. Let's just make sure they have Truby as their number one on here. I don't know. Trubisky, where are you at, buddy? Are you number one? You are not. Sorry, bud. Sorry, Nick. All right, Akeem Hicks. I'm making an executive decision and saying he's playing. It really sounded like when I listened to, I almost said Mark Trestman. Holy cow. What's his name? Why can't I remember things? Because it's early in the morning, Jeremy, and you're normally sleeping right now. What's the stupid coach's name? Nagy. Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy basically made it sound like he'll play. So Akeem Hicks is in there. We do have a decision to make on Khalil. He didn't practice the first 2 days of practice, but did return. I think he's also in. The one that I think is actually really interesting, and the one I don't really have a good read on, is Allen Robinson. So Allen Robinson showed up on the injury report on Friday, which is never a good thing. But again, Nagy kind of made it sound like maybe they were being overly precautious. I'll leave it up to you guys. If you guys want to bench Allen Robinson, we will. Otherwise, I think we might just leave the lineup as is. They got a couple offensive linemen also on listed as questionable, Jermaine Ifedi and Charles Leno, their left tackle, and I want to say right guard. You want to vote? I'll put a vote up. All right. Let's do our first vote of the stream. Oh, okay. I did it wrong. There we go. Okay. Allen Robinson. I'm only going to give you a minute, and sorry if you're on YouTube. You better come over to Twitch. Real quick. Start a poll. Allen Robinson, in or out? I see a couple yeses as in keep him in, but you have to vote. Should be at the top of your Twitch chat. I'm all in on Salah. Probably going to be disappointed if it isn't him. I'm leaning that way too. I don't like to get, put all my emotional eggs in one basket, but I think Salah makes a lot of sense. And there are questions about him too, no doubt. I mean, he's only really had 2 seasons of success as a defensive coordinator. But he's been in the league for a long time. He's been around 2 really successful defenses in Seattle and San Francisco, and he kind of overtook everything in San Francisco, right? He's not playing for a defensive-minded head coach. Got a bunch of – I think he probably deserves a lot of credit for the staff that they brought over there. Chris Kosarek, the former Lions defensive line coach, has done an amazing job over there, and he managed to bring him over. And so I think that also builds a little confidence that maybe the Lions can, build a good staff around him with his help. So, yeah, I'm in on him too. All right, poll ended. 82% of you said keep him in, so we're going to keep Allen Robinson in. I think that means we're just going to keep this as is. So let me go make sure my potatoes aren't burnt real quick. You guys listen to this music, and I'll be right back. We only get one song in this channel. Okay. What do you guys think? I'm not as high on Campbell. What sim did the Lions win? They beat, was it Carolina? It might have been. Was it Washington? It was either Carolina or Washington. I don't remember. No, I'm not even including the Jet sim. So there's 1 week in which we did 2 sims, one with Tua by popular demand, or I should say by someone who gifted enough subs to make me do it. And then one regular, and the Lions won both of those. And then we did a Jets one on the bye week. I don't count that one, but they did win that one as well. It was Panthers? Okay. You guys have better memory than I do. And you know what? I forgot. We're going to do text-to-speech again today, so if you guys want to send any message throughout the stream, donate 100 bits on Twitter. I'm sorry, on Twitch. Bits are essentially Twitch's currency. 1 bit equals 1 cent. So basically a $1 donation gets your message read over the stream here. But hold on 1 second. I have not enabled them. Let me do that really quick, and then we'll get into the sim. Only 20 minutes into the sim this time. We usually take a little bit, but let me bits. Open text to speech. Enable. And we'll do that with $1 donations as well if you want to do that. Although I think our donations thing is still for our Movember campaign, which is no longer open. And that one's already open. Okay. All right. So if you guys want to do, and please keep it clean as possible. If you want to send a message over Twitch that everyone can hear, 100 bits with a message, and it will be read out loud. Anyways, are you watching the MSU game today? No, I'm not watching college football. No. I'm also a Michigan fan, which is why I probably am not that into college football this year. Anyways, depth chart has been organized. Let's get into the game here. I think Hawkinson gets a one-hander in today's sim. Oh, man, that one. Was that last week where he had that sick catch? All right, this one's being played in Chicago. No, I don't want to play Lions Texans again. That's a real bad idea. But thank you for your concern, Madden. Do we want to mess with the jerseys at all this time? We learned that we could do that this time. I forgot how, though, now. How do I do it? Yeah. Oh, Eddie uniforms. Let's look at the Bears uniforms. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Where's those orange ones? Oh, God, I hate these ones. These are even worse. What is this? What is this? What? Hold on. Let me get this thing out of the way so you can see just how awful this is. What? Oh, and you can't even see the socks. I gotta get myself out of the way. Look at these socks. What? Have we ever seen the Bears wear this? I don't remember seeing this. This is horrible. I think I'm going to make them wear it because they're just so damn horrible. Yeah, we're doing it. I don't care. Hopefully this works.
I heard after Patricia was fired, he ate an entire beluga whale in honor of Nick.
Oh, Nick the Greek, our good friend. Y'all want blue pants? How's that? That's what we're doing. You guys don't get a choice. Pew, pew. There you go. You can see me again. That they wore that in 2019 against the Vikings. Ugh, 2015. Yikes. Okay. I think that'll do it, guys. 79 rating for the Bears, 77 for the Lions. Yes, I know I'm not controlling a team. That's why we do this. All right, simulation, 9-minute quarters. It is a 1 o'clock game. It's at the Bears. Do we want any weather things? Nah, we'll just make it really cloudy. I keep asking you these questions and answering them for you because I'm the boss here. Sorry. All right, here we go.
Bears are frauds, go Lions.
Attaboy. You know, and that, thank you for the 100 bits, the 200 now bits, Uncle Indigo, appreciate it. That brings me to my next question. Do you guys want to win on Sunday? Do you guys want the Lions to win on Sunday? Obviously, it hurts the team's draft position. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm so damn sick of losing to the Bears. I hate losing to the Bears almost more than I hate losing to the Packers. And so I kind of need this one. Let's be honest. It's the Lions' best chance to win in the remaining 5 games. If the Lions go 1-4, they still got a good shot at a top 5 pick. I say let's win this one. Do I need to throw a poll up? I think I need to throw a poll up. Oh, only 1 minute for that poll, so you better hurry. Anyways, Lions kick off. That's who I'm assuming is Cordarrelle Patterson. Gets to the 25-yard line, but there's an illegal block in the back. That'll push them inside their own 10-yard. Oh, whoa, that was loud. Do you think we're letting Galladay go? Great question, Gabe. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's going to be entirely up to the new general manager, and it appears he'll have to smooth some things over from the previous regime there, who obviously couldn't get a deal done, even though it did sound like there were talks at times. It's kind of just like it's almost like a 50-50 proposition. Going downfield. Oh my goodness, a one-handed catch. Is that Allen Robinson? It is. This is what you get, guys. You made him play. And Allen Robinson makes a ridiculous one-handed catch. Oh, Matty P, buddy. Oh, bud, you're not. No. Oh, can we get some awes in the chat? Aw. 67% of you want the Lions to win tomorrow. I didn't see one awe in the chat. I guess you guys don't feel bad for him at all. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Trubisky in the shotgun. Hands it off. Is that Cordarrelle Patterson in the backfield? Yes, it is. He only picks up 2 yards there. He doesn't have that many carries on the season, does he? I want to win, but at the same time I want to lose so they get Jalen Waddle or Patrick Surtain. Fair enough. Middle fingers in the chat. Come on now. Did I take Shelton out? Ooh, good question. I didn't look, but I'm assuming the rosters have him on IR. I don't see him in there, so hopefully they did okay. I'll only get to watch the first drive before heading to work. Well, thanks for stopping by even for that, Croman. Appreciate it. Croman. I'm just glad Matt Patricia isn't effing. He's not effing my team anymore. Fair enough, Trev Dog. Fair enough. Well, I mean, that's why I'm actually pretty, I wouldn't say excited for Sunday, but I'm eager for Sunday just to see how much damage he maybe did. And there is Justin Coleman coming on the blitz, untouched, takes Trubisky down for a big loss to 7. And that's the exact position the Bears don't want to be in, 2nd and long. Rely on Mitchell Trubisky to get you out of it. Looks like they sent Justin. Why can't I think of anything right now? My brain is dead today, guys. I'm sorry. Will Belleville open up the 0 tomorrow? The O tomorrow. See, this is what I'm saying. I look at an O and I read 0. This is my... I'm an idiot. Look at that tackle. Is that Jamie Collins? Yes, it is. Nice tackle there in the 3rd and 17. I would like to hope that he opens up the offense, but he's going to be missing 3 weapons now. It sounds like Marvin Hall's not going to be on the team. Kenny Galladay's not playing, and even if Deandre Swift does play, it sounds like it's going to be limited. So we'll see. Trubisky, all the time in the world, throws downfield. Oh, it looked like he was going to catch that, but no, it's broken up, and the Bears will be forced to punt. Matt Nagy wants a flag, but that scruffed beard is not going to get it. Jared Davis getting patted on the back by the ghost of Matt Patricia as Nagy sends in the punting crew. I couldn't fire him. I'm sorry. Bevel great with Favre, so I think he got more play calls, and he might pull this off. I mean, maybe. We'll see. Is this next gen? I don't know what that means. What a shank there. That goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Matthew Stafford will take over in his last days as a Detroit Lion? Question mark? We'll see. Still showing the 2019 stats to spare our feelings. Wow, Jeremy, if you run into your clone in Hamtramck and think in the next few days it's me. Yeah, you look like this? You look like this? I'm sorry. If you look like this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyone else on fire for Cyberpunk? Everyone seems real pumped about that game. It looks amazing in terms of like the visuals. I don't know anything about the gameplay though. What's up, Nick Slick? Thanks for stopping by. PS5. Oh no, this is being played on PC. PC. Yeah, Keanu's in that game too. I forgot about that. That's pretty dope. Lions kick things off with a nice 13-yard grab from someone who I was not paying attention to. Taking a long time in this huddle, just chatting it up, bouncing around. Tyler Crosby bouncing around. Love it. Patricia would be good as defensive coordinator, probably just not head coach. Adrian Peterson almost runs into his own guy, then finds a little bit of daylight. Picks up 3 for 2nd and 7. No snow. Nah, I don't. Is it snowing in Chicago right now? You think anyone will snag up Patricia as a defensive coordinator? No, I don't. I think there's already, I know, rumors that he might just go back to the Patriots and, maybe be a positional coach or something, go back to the linebackers or just be like a defensive assistant. I don't think he goes and snags defensive coordinator right away. Stafford had a wide open Danny Amendola and floated it just out of his reach. Could have been an easy 3-4 yards to set up a 3rd and short, but instead, Lions will have to deal with 3rd and 7. Y'all know what's coming, right? Y'all know that Matthew Stafford's going to stand in a pocket for about 15 seconds here, take a bad sack, and then like 50-50 chance of it being fumbled. Here it is, shotgun, snap. Khalil Mack beats Tyler Crosby for the sack, but he got him by the face mask, and that's going to keep the drive alive, my friends. Big mistake there by Khalil Mack. That's an automatic. First down. Play this game after men. Lions lose, but use Justin Fields. Can I even put him? I don't think you can put a college person in there, huh? Can you? We'll play around with all sorts of fun stuff like that. I'll try to keep the Madden Sim going during the offseason. I'm going to need your guys' ideas about what we can do to keep it fun and interesting. And maybe we'll do like a franchise, like a sim franchise. Try to see what we as interim general managers would do. Because yeah, this is fun, and it's also a good way to interact with y'all and keep the Q&As going. Hope Field isn't a bust like every other Ohio State quarterback. Yeah, he struggled, what was it, 2 weeks ago against, I want to say, was it Indiana? He threw like 2-3 interceptions. I don't know. I haven't done, like I said, I haven't really been watching a lot of college football. Nice catch there by Danny Amendola. I think he's going to be a welcome back to this offense because Matthew Stafford is really kind of, I mean, I feel like he's had one of the more target shares on the team all season. Stafford really likes to kind of check down to him when those downfield threats aren't there. And without Galladay, without Marvin Hall, I'm not sure those downfield threats are going to be there this week. There's the Matthew Stafford. Hold on to it way too long. Take a sack. That's a big loss at 11. All right. See you later, Crowman. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. That time, it was Urban with the sack. I'll be honest, I don't know his first name, but I bet it's something. They better keep Amendola. Will Amendola want to stay is a real significant question I think we have to ask ourselves. You know, obviously he has the Patriots ties, so without Matt Patricia, is he going to want to stay? Is he going to want to keep playing? Carl Urban. Draw play? Nope. There's Swift in the game. Lobs it out. Oh, hits Danny Amendola in stride, and he holds on. What a perfect pass from Matthew Stafford. Danny Amendola is giving him the first down. I highly doubt Urban's first name is something. Well, you have little faith. Maybe it is. Look at this. Look at the touch on that pass. Right over Danny Trevathan's shoulder and right in to the breadbasket. Danny Amendola. That's a heck of a catch. Oh, that was a joke. See, I don't. Who's Carl? Carl Urban is the star of Doom. I didn't watch that movie. This time he does hand it off to Swift, but nothing doing there. Nice tackle by Roquan Smith there. Why is Eddie P on? Eddie P. I can't change it, man. It's funny, when you said Eddie P, I'm like, Eddie Pinheiro, their kicker? I mean, why wouldn't he be on the sidelines? And then I'm like, oh, Eddie P, the Twitter account. Matthew Edward Patricia's. Not Burger. Would be good if we had a veteran receiver for the rookies we are going to have to draft. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a really good point. Ooh, man, Khalil Mack again with the pressure. He is just tearing up Tyrell Crosby right now. Stafford had a wide-open receiver, but felt the pressure, rushed the pass, and incomplete. I feel like that could actually be him, too. Well, the person who does own the account came out and identified himself, and apparently he's like a 20-year-old Rams fan. And Dave Burkett got a whole story on him. Another pressure, and this one's... Did that go through the uprights? I think we should count that as 3 points. Line's about to get 3 anyways. As they fail on 3rd and 11, they'll bring in the one and only Matt Prater. He did avoid the sack. That is a good point. He's already taken a beating. That was Akeem Hicks, it looked like. Yeah, it was a Rams fan who I guess had done it before. He's like, I wonder if I can get away with it again. Just a guy that's super bored. He went into the season like, who's going to be on the hot seat? And he correctly picked Matt Patricia, and the rest is history. All right, kick is up and good. I'm going to go eat some potatoes. Be right back.
Lions 3, Bears nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Patterson.
Oh, the kickoff. Did he get it between the 20 and the 30? Oh, he did. Cool.
25 and down at the 28.
Just type in the word soda. Listen, I can see all the messages, y'all.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their
All right,
second
well,
drive.
that leads me to the next poll question.
They had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take?
You guys are weird. That's what I love about you, though. All right, the most important poll question of all. Pop, soda, or Coke? Which one is it?
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Bears take over at their own 28-yard line. Trubisky hands it off. Wide open hole there.
First down past the 40. And he'll take
Oh,
it
but
to the
Mustafa suffers an injury on the play. I think it's one of their guards.
drive. Good for 15 and a first down.
Wow, Pop and Soda are neck and neck. Imagine not calling that liquid diabetes soda. I kind of use Pop and Soda as well. I obviously grew up in Michigan. I'm in Michigan now. But I spent 9 years in L.A. And they say soda over there. I just call it by its brand. Okay, well, that's not fun. Not as fast as me. What if you're like, What if you're asking your friend, what kind of do you like? Are you saying pop or are you saying soda? You don't say what kind of Sprite do you like?
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
We got Pop is taking a slight lead here. Midwest represent. My question is, do you think Eric Bieniemy would be a good coach? Him not being a play caller lines with Matt P in the play calling of Belichick.
Ball on the 43.
Yeah, CJ, I talked a little bit about Bieniemy earlier. I'm not really a fan. I'm almost completely out on Bieniemy, honestly.
Out of the gun, Trubisky.
Wide open Allen Robinson as the Lions look to be in his zone.
They'll get this well past
Pick up a first down there. I could show you a YouTube video that would make most people, I think, be out on Eric Bieniemy. And granted, it's just people saying their opinions, but the people at Pro Football Network, I think that's what they're called. It was at Benjamin Albright and a couple other guys I didn't recognize talking about Bieniemy. They said he's about as responsible for the Chiefs' offensive success as Adam Gase is to Peyton Manning.
36.
And then they went over a bunch of,
Now Trubisky
character questions with him as well. Look at that hit from Jared Davis. Jared Davis in Madden is about 80 times better than real life Jared Davis, and I love it. Soft drink? That's cheating. Dan, that's cheating. You're not allowed to say that. If you want, I can link you guys that YouTube video. All time in the world for Trubisky, and he had found a wide open David Montgomery, but threw him out of bounds. So now Bears find themselves again in Lions territory, facing a big 3rd and long.
but drop it there.
I had rumors of Saban, but I doubt that will ever happen. It would be a fantasy coach. Yeah, I doubt it.
Good as a sack.
Although Nick Saban, I mean, you know who comes from the Nick Saban school of thought? Deep pass! One-on-one coverage is picked off! Is that Duron Harmon? What a pick it is! That was a hell of a play from Duron Harmon. But I was going to say, Matt Patricia very much comes from the Nick Saban school of thought. Now, obviously, he doesn't do it as well, but look at that pick, dude. Look at him elevate. If we were planning on utilizing Stafford, we need a high-powered offense. Yep. No question. I think that's, a lot of people why they aren't on the Saleh bandwagon is he's a defensive-minded coach. They want an offensive-minded coach, and I get that. I'm kind of in the same bandwagon there, but I'm more about getting the right guy than limiting yourself. Like people say, we need a retread GM. We need a guy with head coaching experience. We need this. We need that. It's like you could prefer those traits, but I think none of them can be deal makers. You want to find the right guy, and if you're limiting yourself to only guys that have coached in the pros, only guys that have coached in college, only guys that are on the offensive side of the ball, only the guys that are on the defensive side of the ball, I think you're limiting yourself too much. Indigo says I need to learn more about Joe Brady. Yeah, I think I want to try to get an expert on Joe Brady next week for our midweek podcast, because he's one of the, I mean, if you want to go that young, up-and-coming, offensive-minded head coach type of hires where you're taking a significant risk, but, high ceiling kind of guy, Brady's probably your guy. Handoff, AP. Hesitated for a second, but found the hole there nicely. 5-yard gain. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. People are saying hire Caldwell as GM.
That's the end of the first quarter.
I'd like Caldwell in the building. I don't think I'd want him as a head coach. I don't think I'd want him as a GM either. I like Dot or Spielman as GM. I think right now my ideal pairing is Dot as GM and Saleh as head coach, and they work together too, so that could work. Arthur Smith is a good name. Definitely planning on getting a Colts guy to talk about both Arthur Smith and the defensive guy. I can't think. Eberflus. Yeah, I don't get the Spielman stuff. People, I mean, I get the excitement it would bring. It's a guy he's got a great attitude. He knows a lot about the game, and obviously he still hangs around the organization a lot. But I mean, there's no experience. You're taking a huge leap of faith right there with a guy with no front office experience at all. And so that to me is like, that's way too risky. Especially considering that the two people running the show right now are Sheila Ford Hamp, who's been on the job for 6 months, and Rod Wood, a self-proclaimed not football guy. You need, if we're going with someone that a position like GM, I think needs a fair amount of front office experience. Again, I don't want to limit myself, and maybe you try one of these up-and-coming guys, but there needs to be some direction, and I don't think Rod Wood and Sheila Ford Hamp necessarily have a direction. They need a GM with a clear identity in mind, or just like someone in the front office. Maybe that's a guy like Jim Caldwell. It's just like, hey, this is what this team should be. This is what their identity should be. This is how we should conduct ourselves. But there needs to be someone in the building with a fair amount of experience, and taking a guy like Chris Spielman who has none of that to me is too much of a risk. Amy with the 8-month subscription. Air horn. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate you, Amy. Thanks for stopping by early in the morning for you. Yeah, the passion that Spielman has, I think that's tempting. Is there someone out there that could be a John Gruden type of hire? Ooh. That's a good question. Jim with the Twitch Prime sub, or the Prime Gaming sub. I trust in Sheila, Jim says. I want to. I really do. I'm not there yet, though. She has to do something other than, make the easiest fire of her life. But thank you for the 4-month sub. Welcome back. I wake up early for you on Saturdays. Hey, that's nice. Do you think we should get rid of Corey Unland and try to go after Kevin Steele? I do think they will get rid of Corey Unland. I think the whole defense needs a complete overhaul. I'm not entirely sure who Kevin Steele is, if I'm being completely honest. Are Lions throwback uniforms the best in the league? They're certainly better than these ugly-ass Bear uniforms. That's for sure. Oh, can we get some more ahs in the chat? Aw. Aw. He's the LSU defensive coordinator? I have to look into that. I don't know. Like, college is just really, it's not my game. Mostly because when, the professional season is going on, I'm so hyper-focused on them. Saturday is my one day off, and I don't want to spend it watching football. Do you think Riddick would leave ESPN to come to Detroit? I do, if he wants it, yeah. I mean, I have questions about that. I know he's got a bunch of GM experience, but he's been out for, what, a decade? That's a bit scary to me. A guy that hasn't, been on the cutting edge of where the game has gone in the past 10 years. And sure, he's an analyst, and he's certainly paying attention to some of those things. And he would bring the experience that I was kind of referencing before. But I don't know. It feels kind of like those like Tony Dungy pipe dream stuff, where it's just like those guys are gone. You have to let those guys be gone. LCU's in the midst of a horrible sexual assault cover-up. Don't think anyone should be hiring you. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's a good enough reason to stay away. What up, POD Reno? Guys, you guys are really slacking on the awes, by the way. Every time Matt Patricia shows up on the sim, I want a block of awes in the chat. Meanwhile, like the bevel bump is happening in Madden right now. Oh, come on. Oh, need some awes. Awes in the chat, please. There we go. Appreciate it. Why? Where's my mouse here? I need to make sure I'm getting the YouTube chats, because I always am just looking at Twitch chats. Sorry, YouTube. Have you heard anything about Elliot Wolf for the GM? I have not heard anything. He's been a candidate for years, and for whatever reason hasn't gotten the opportunity. I don't hate that as a choice. Although I know now he's with the Patriots, so that might turn some people off. Look at the Lions moving into the red zone. Can't do. I'm gonna do the throw up emoji. Okay, that's fair. I'll allow it. What a catch by Marvin Jones, and that's a touchdown, my friends. Lions up 10-0. I should have done that. Boom. Thoughts on Marvin Hall gone? Definitely a curious move. The only thing that makes sense in my mind is that he asked to be released to get a chance to contend in these last couple weeks of the season. His contract ends. He probably knows the writing might be on the wall in terms of a new coaching staff might not want him. Because from the Lions' point of view, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. Oh, I missed the Zazu request. Sorry. Look at Matthew Stafford on that drive. 5 for 5 for 63 yards. Come here. Come on. Let's get you in here while it's kickoff time and no one cares about the kickoff. Pew! Here's Zazu. Hi, buddy. You're eyeing those potatoes, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Here's my puppy dog. That's just my puppy dog. I play drums on his tummy all the time. Is that weird? I also bite him a bunch. Oh, you're acting quite snuggly today, aren't you? All right, it's kickoff time. We got to go back. Oh, God, we can't miss this kickoff, everybody. Ooh, that was close. Elemental, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Pride. Teams have been playing cover 2 against us all season, so why get a guy who gets erased by cover 2? Might as well dink and dunk with Agnew. Yeah, but you got to have people that draw that attention. Why did I move? There we go. Woo. I mean, you have to have those threats to keep them honest deep, I mean, either way is not going to work. If you just dink and dunk, eventually they'll adjust, and then you'll have no one to go over the top of. Ooh, nice run there from Montgomery. You saw Tavai get pushed out of the hole there. Is Godwin a free agent? He might be. I'd have to double check on that. I'm not really up to date on free agents for 2021. Is Agnew capable of doing enough to dink and dunk with? Also a good question. Who knows? I mean, the dude has, 10 catches on the year or something tiny like that? Can get franchise tag, though? Yeah, probably. I would imagine so. Lions holding on to a 10-0 lead as we enter the last half of the quarter. Oh! Screen pass bounced off of what it looked like Reggie Ragland's face. One second. Okay. There we go. 2nd and 10 for the Chicago Bears. Down 10-0 at home in front of fans, which is not going to happen in real life. The Lions holding up pretty well here. Nice, they had a nice interception there from Daron Harmon earlier. Another screen pass. This one succeeds. Cordell Patterson's got some room and some blockers. Does not follow the blockers, though, but still picks up the first down as the Bears are rolling over into Lions territory. Yet again, 3rd time this game they've made it over into Lions territory, but they have 0 points to show for it so far. Jeremy, we don't have Josh Jacobs or Jonathan Abrams tomorrow, and I'm sad. You're going to be the first team to lose to the Jets. Oh, you're speaking from the Raiders' point of view. No, come on. I know the Raiders had like this weird game last week where they got blown out. Trubisky on the run, just zigzagging for no reason. Still picks up the first down, though, as Justin Coleman dives over his face. Nah, the Raiders are fine. Don't worry. I like the idea of maybe. Oh, what do we see, chat? What did we see there? I like the idea of maybe picking up Levante David or Justin Simmons. Oh man, we're already talking about free agency. Yikes. There we go. Ref legend got Gnaw in there. Appreciate you. Sleeper name for tomorrow is Hunter Bryant. No question about it, CJ. I know the coaching staff is huge fans of Hunter Bryant. Jet sweep. No luck there as Reggie Ragland comes down with the tackle after 4 yards. I don't know who that guy is. Not sure I want to make any big long-term free agent signings. I mean, it's hard to even preview free agency right now because we don't even know who the head coach is or what the vision of this team is. Obviously, you're probably looking for a lot of players on defense, preferably some pass rushers, but you don't know what kind of scheme fit we're looking for because we don't know the scheme.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
What is that? Shim, is that the sexual assault stuff? Blitz from Amani Oruwariye, and he takes down Mitchell Trubisky. Those corner blitzes have worked today against Chicago, and that's a 2-minute warning. We need a year or two to restock with actual good players. Yeah. I mean, you have to have players just to play, so you're going to have to, you're going to have to sign some people in free agency, probably. But you're probably right. It's probably not the smartest to do long-term stuff right away because, I mean, the team's just not going to be good right away. Pretty sure Allen Robinson is a free agent. Yes, I believe he is. Quick drop back, overthrows his receiver, and yikes. Once again, the Bears get into Lions territory, then they absolutely fall apart. And this might be their 3rd punt from Lions territory in this game, assuming they don't go for it here on 4th and 14. Indeed, they are punting. Robinson's going to Green Bay or Miami, I think. Green Bay could certainly shell out for him. They could probably use him. Fair catch called, but that bounces 5 yards deep into the end zone. Not a good punt. Now you wonder, Lions got 3 timeouts, a minute 52. Can they make this a 3-score game before they go into half? And if I'm not mistaken, they get the ball to start the second half as well. This offseason is the most hype I've been as a Lions fan. I mean, yeah, there's a big opportunity for a big turnaround, and I don't think it's going to happen right away. But, we're turning the page on an ugly era of Lions football. And so that in and of itself is exciting, of course. Jack Fox still on record pace? I believe he is. That's a really good question, though. I'm not sure. Stafford holding on to the ball a long time. Throws a zip pass to Quintus Cephas. There he is, the rookie Lions receiver. I think his first catch of the game. Picks up 13 and a first down for the Lions as they run this 2-minute drill. Nice throw in stride there. Had a good 3 steps on his defender. Did you see the Cajuns versus Appalachian State last night? I did not. Watching NFL Network and 3 of 4 picking Lions. That's not good. I think Fox is one of like 3 punters to average 50 yards and 45 net through the first 12 games of the season. Nice pass there to Danny Amendola. Again, his favorite target appears to be. Oh no, that was TJ Hawkinson with the catch there. That might be his first catch of the game. Nope, it's his second. Melvin Ingram will look good in the Lions jersey.
checking on his
Yep.
receiver.
At first, I read that as Melvin Gordon, and I was about to smack you. But Melvin Ingram is a much different case, and yes, I'm okay. Feels like a bit Trey Flowers to you? Okay, fair enough, Zern. I think he's more of a dynamic pass rusher, but both talented players. Stafford checks it down to Hockenson again. Does he pick up the first down? Not sure. The Lions do call a timeout there to stop the clock, though. How many points does MSU lose to OSU? Lose by to OSU today? I don't know. Okay. Here's a question for chat, and this is just a personal question for me. After the stream, and the reason we had to do it early is because I'm giving blood. Do I watch that football game, or do I watch, the Queen's Gambit on Netflix? Which one should I watch while I give blood? Because I'm doing platelets, which takes 2.5 hours. Queen's Gambit. Okay, everyone's saying Queen's Gambit. But what if I get a little bit of pleasure of watching Michigan State get their butt beat after, taking down a good, what was it, Indiana last week? Is Romeo Okwara a free agent this offseason? He is. He is due for a payday. Do you think they just lose it by a touchdown? That would be, a win for them. Oh, Swift wide open, but he decides to go in the other direction, where Hockenson does get out of bounds nicely, but does not pick up any yards. Okay, watch 5 minutes of the MSU game. That should be enough. Fair enough. Keep the mustache. You know what? I think here's where I'm thinking with the mustache. I don't really particularly like it. I'm eager to shave it off, but I think I'm willing to whore myself out to keep it. So like I think maybe every POD cast we do something like a save Jeremy's mustache, and if we hit a certain amount of gifted subs each stream, then I'll keep it. So like maybe this week will be like 5 gifted subs, keeps the mustache. Next week will be 10, then 20. That sounds kind of fun to me. Would you be okay going by Jeremy Ron? Absolutely not. Look at Stafford, 15 of 18 for 187 and a touchdown. 10 seconds left, though, in the half, as the Lions are about 16 yards away from a score.
They only got a yard on that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Got about probably only time for one more play here. Take a shot in the end zone, maybe. There he goes. He finds TJ. I believe that's TJ Hockenson, who was the star of that drive, as the Lions run that 2-minute drill to perfection, only leaving 7 seconds on the clock. Matt Nagy is just seeing his job slip away as the Bears look staring down a 6-game losing streak right now. No playoff wins. Keep drinking the Kool-Aid. Heck yeah. That's what we're here for. Esloan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Pride. Rolling those fraudulent Bears. I'm telling you, man, if they roll the Bears like this, I'm going to love it. I don't care about draft position this week. And look at Matthew Stafford, another perfect drive. 8 for 8 for 76 yards and a score. I don't know what happened to virtual Matthew Stafford over the past week and a half, but my goodness, he's a different quarterback out there. 27-17 Bears, says Brian D. We'll see. I did pick the Bears, and I believe my score was 27-24. I do think we might see a little spark in the offense, especially against a good defense like this. The game is at 1 p.m. Eastern, Amy. Got that early spot again. All right, kickoff from our boy Jack Fox. Cordell Patterson not going to risk it. You don't like to see it if you're a Bears fan there. You think there's 7 seconds left. Let's just give ourselves a chance at maybe a Cordell Patterson touchdown return, because the offense ain't doing crap on the Lions side of the field, and you know they're just going to take knees now. Oh, looks like they're going to run it at least. The rest of the season is win-win. Yeah, I'm kind of have that same face. Like, they win, great, awesome. We got to see the Lions win. They lose, great. Draft position is getting worse. See, the Matt Nagy coaching is why I don't want Eric Bieniemy. Nagy is from the Reed coaching tree. I mean, yeah, that's a good point.
With the score Lions 17, Bears nothing.
Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime
One
report.
GM that
Coach.
kind of fascinates me is Dimitroff from the Falcons. I know he recently got fired, but I feel like you look at where Atlanta screwed up this year, and it really feels like a coaching issue. Oh, chat's on top of it, giving me some awes. But, like, as soon as Shanahan was out the door, then the Falcons started to struggle. As soon as they changed coaches this year, now the Falcons are playing kind of good football. And honestly, they've been playing kind of good football all season. They just, like, collapse in the fourth quarter, and that's not on the GM. So, like, yeah, the Falcons have a ton of talent. And I'll be completely honest. It was Schlitt who put me on to Dimitroff a little bit. I know he's a big fan. I think he kind of makes sense. We lost to the Raiders lost to the Falcons. Yeah, you got smoked by them. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's talent on that team, and so Dimitroff is. I mean, if you're looking for a guy with a lot of success, a lot of experience, he might be your guy. Lions might be getting some compensatory picks if they don't re-sign Okwara, Crosby, Galladay. That's a good point, Steve-O from YouTube. I'm not forgetting you YouTube people. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't necessarily acknowledge your comments as much. Our Twitch family is a little more established, but I'm trying to reach the olive branch over to you guys on YouTube. Stafford just continuing to pick this Bears defense apart, and he turns to the Bears bench. He's like, "Is that all you got? Is that all you got? Y'all ain't nothing." And that's a great catch from Marvin Jones with a defender all over his back there. I don't want Dorsey as a GM. He would set the Lions back 5 years. Yeah, Dorsey's an interesting one. I think he's been pretty good at drafting, but I do give Jeff Risdon's voice a lot of sway. You know, he follows the Browns. You know, he writes for the Browns. He covers the Browns. And he wants the Lions to keep far away from him. Says there's a little bit too much drama. Stubborn guy, kind of bullheaded guy. Not that some of that can be a good thing. And he even admitted in the article he wouldn't mind him taking like some sort of front office job that isn't GM. But I don't know. I'm not completely against Dorsey, but I'm not thrilled about him either. Another dart to Marvin Jones, and that's another first down. Matthew Stafford, 18 of 21 for 221. I like, but I don't like the idea of. Yeah, I'm in the same boat there, Troy. I can see Galladay re-signing now that Patricia and Quinn are gone, but I'm not expecting it. I mean, it's probably not going to happen until the new GM is in place, right? Like, there's no reason to do it with Lance Newmark and Kyle O'Brien leading the way because they might not be there next year. Stafford. Two guys go completely unblocked, and Khalil Mack is feeling it. Dorsey will shake things up. Yeah, and that can be viewed as a good or a bad thing, right? Because you know who else shook things up? Matt Patricia. Oh, see, chat, you're getting it. I'm not even catching it. You guys are on top of it. I love it. Wouldn't like it for the long run. Fair. More of a stopgap, more of a Jim Schwartz GM kind of hire. I don't think that's what they're looking for. They're looking to no stopgap. They're looking for their next guy for the future.
Second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Second and 19 for the Lions, up 17-0. They're gonna play action. Plenty of time for Stafford. Now too much time. He fumbles the ball, but it's picked up by Deandre Swift. Then he gets trucked by Danny Trevathan. Where's that? Oh, that's Roquan, I think. What a wacky play that was. And Bears offense is feeling it despite the fact that they don't have any points.
We talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan.
Look at it. Oh my goodness. That's Smith on Swift crying. Yeah, he needs to add head coach firings in season. Can you not do that? That's crazy if you can't do that. Stafford on a prayer of a down just checks down to Swift, and I think he loses yards on the play. And the Lions, I think this is their first punt of the game, which means, first of all. And then Jack Fox in the game, everybody. MVP, MVP, MVP. I like the idea of Galladay getting franchised, give him another year here so he can experience a new coaching staff and let him decide if he wants to be here. Yeah, I mean, he won't love it. No player likes to get franchise tagged, but from a Lions point of view, I think it is an opportunity to be like, hey, let us prove ourselves that you want to be here. And Galladay has said all the right things publicly, at least, saying, I want to be here for the rest of my career. I'd love to play in Detroit. I'm eternally grateful for them giving me the opportunity, all that sort of stuff. But who knows what he's feeling like on the inside, Kuzno's got those Fox emotes in the chat. Appreciate it. All right, Ken. The Chicago Bears get on the board. They need 3 scores to get back in this one. Trubisky's going to run, but Jamie Collins was all over that. Holds him to just about 4 yards there. No, he definitely wouldn't love it. Yeah, exactly. He's looking to get that payday, although he's not doing himself any. I shouldn't say he's not doing himself any favors. He's legitimately injured, but sitting out is not doing him any favors. And this could have been a huge year. Really, he's coming off a Pro Bowl year. If he hadn't suffered all the injuries and put up another 1,100, 1,300 yards, maybe he gets that 19, 20 million that he might be looking for. But he's also had a fair amount of injuries in his young career, and the weird stuff he's doing on social media probably isn't helping too much either. But I don't know. We'll see. Chance tomorrow's last game is Matt Nagy as the head coach. Allen Robinson with a nice broken tackle there and a nice little dip of the shoulder. I'll go 20%. A 1 in 5 chance. I think the game is about a 60-40 split, in which I have the Bears winning. If they lose that game, do they fire their head coach, though? I don't know. I mean, it was just the 2 things, Troy. It was the liking the Patricia thing, and then the weird, pay me money type of, that shit's going to cost you. Post he had a couple weeks before that. I don't know. I don't know if it would really bother people that much. Good pressure there from the Lions. Gets a kind of dinky pass there to Jimmy Graham where they only pick up 3. And the Bears are reaching that part of the field where they seem to really, really struggle. As soon as they get over into Lions territory, I don't know if they even have a first down in Lions territory yet. What do you think Galladay gets for a contract? I'm not sold on him getting paid $17 to $20 million a year. Nice blitz bear by J.B. Collins, and the Bears just do not have an answer for that Lions blitz today. Their third sack of the game, and he gives the old Broncos salute. Galladay's contract, I don't know. I think he could get 17, 18 million. I don't think he gets on the upward end of that range. I don't think 20 million is what he's worth. But man, there aren't a lot of players in the league that can catch a contested pass like he can. The only issue is I don't know if he has that route running ability, that elite speed that, put him in the conversation of DeAndre Hopkins or, some of the other big guys in this league. Screen pass again to Cordell Patterson. This time they're ready for it. Jaron Kearse with a nice tackle. 4th down again in Lions territory again. What do the Bears do this time, though? Only 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Down 3 scores, and it's only a 4th and 7. You'd like to hope they go for it if you were a Bears fan. But we're not Bears fans, let's be honest. In free agency, who could even afford him at $15 million? That's a really good point too. Is he the salary cap probably going down this year, and they are going to punt. Big mistake there. What would Galladay get paid if he was franchised? That partially depends on the on what the salary cap figure is for next year. But let me see what it was this year for wide receivers. Franchise tag numbers 2020 wide receivers. Because So a franchise tag was $17.8 million this year for wide receivers. So might go down a little bit with the franchise, with the salary cap expected to go down. But I would expect somewhere in that 17 to 18 million range. For a year, obviously, which is more tolerable than over 5 years. Do you think we could possibly trade for Von Miller to get a solid vet for the locker room and still a really good player? Ooh! Pass over the middle to who? Couldn't tell. Stafford put him out to dry there. Maybe? Lions don't have a lot of, I think the problem with that, Gabe, is that you're looking to build this franchise for the long term, and sending away what I'm presuming would be draft picks, maybe a third, second rounder for Von Miller is not a way to do that. And I do think the Lions could use some veterans on the defensive side of the ball, but maybe Trey Flowers is that guy. I don't think Trey Flowers is a guy that's only scheme specific. I think he's a talented player. So I think using draft resources for 30-plus-year-old guy like Von Miller is probably not the way to go. Look out for Khalil Mack. He's got that I said gold. Orange star off of Kenny Galladay. Marvin Jones' fingers, and the Lions go quick 3-and-out, I think, there. Can I get some awes in the chat? Some awes. Jack Fox back in the game. Ravens sold Calais for a fifth. That's true. I think his contract was kind of big, though. I'd have to look into what Von Miller's contract situation is, and if Lions would be taking out a big cap hit or any of that stuff. 3-and-out on us. I need to go grab some water since I'm giving blood. I want to make sure my blood's flowing.
Coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball.
If Saleh comes
well,
here,
as you
does
said,
Hyder follow?
zone,
Maybe.
not even put points on the board.
I believe his contract goes up. We talked about that a little bit on our podcast with Matt Mayoki. If you haven't listened to that podcast, it's one of the favorite ones that I've done recently. Matt Mayoki was a fantastic resource. He writes for NBC Sports Bay Area, knows all about Robert Saleh, so we asked him we peppered him with questions for almost 45 minutes. If you watch the replay here on Twitch or on YouTube, you'll get a little more content than on our podcast feed. But either way, definitely go and check that out. Really great conversation about Saleh, about maybe some coaches he'd bring in, maybe some players he'd bring in, his philosophy, who he is as a person, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, Madden has the wrong coach for us, so every time we see Matt Patricia, the chat goes, aw, because we feel bad. Like, I can see him. He's up in the top left corner. And he knows the correct pronunciation. Yes, he does. Saleh. Is it Saleh or is it Salah? Now I've forgotten. I think it's Saleh. I've forgotten now. It's funny because Ryan and I went over pronunciation before the podcast, and I think I told him the wrong answer, and then he got called out. Do you think Davis will be blitzing about half his plays tomorrow? Maybe. Look at all sorts of field for Mitchell Trubisky. 38 yards on the game. Saleh? Well, there's an L somewhere in there. It's not Saw. Saleh. I think it's Saleh. Okay, that doesn't tell. It's Salah. But is the emphasis on the Sa or is it on the La? Is it Salah or is it Salah? It's not salad. No, it's not salad. Chat? I want you guys to beat us. I need Bears to get a good pick. CJ. Is this gonna be like the South Park baseball episode where both fan bases are like, no, you suck, or no, we suck. No, we suck. You guys are gonna beat us up. You guys are gonna beat us up. Salsa. Salsa. It's salsa. Galladay lacks literal quickness. His 40 time was 4.5, which is faster than Adams, Hopkins, and Thomas. Lack of quickness is what hurts his route running. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Now an option play on on second down.
Oh, nowhere to go for Trubisky this time. And it's going to be another 3rd and long. As, again, they're midfield, but that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Lions pitching a shutout against the Chicago Bears with Matt Patricia technically still in Madden, but spiritually apparently not. We can just call him coach. Yeah, there you go. Me and my Chicago friends are exactly this. No, we suck. Salah. It's not Salah. Salah. I think. Look at this. Lions about to win their 2nd Madden sim ever. Well, that's not true. 3rd. 2nd of the actual season. Unless, well, you know what? I probably shouldn't jump to conclusions because the 4th quarter against the Lions is literally the only quarter that Mitchell Trubisky is good at in his entire career. 4th quarter against the Lions only. Needs a big 3rd down pickup here. Finds a wide open Allen Robinson, I'm going to guess, over the middle and now into Lions territory where this Bears offense has struggled all day. This is their 4th trip into Lions territory, and as you can see, 0 points so far. We aren't going to call him Bobby S. I don't know. I don't think that sounds right. Bobby S sounds too colloquial, too disrespectful. Bobby? Is there anyone above like the age of 20 that calls themselves Bobby, except for Bobby Ross?
Into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Checks down to Jimmy Graham. Can't break a tackle there. Only pick up about 4 yards there, as the Bears need more than that. Lions adjust their coaching to strip the ball for some reason. I think that's maybe a little overly aggressive when you're up 3 scores. Oh, I guess we did call him Matty P. He probably wouldn't have liked that though. Bobby Brown. Okay, so we're not coming up with great, humanitarian examples. Bobby Bowden. Trubisky trying to scramble again, but I don't think he's going to outrun Jamie Collins there, and it'll be a 3rd and 2. I think if full starts, the Bears would beat us bad. With Trubisky, I think the Lions win easily 27-10. You know, we haven't even run a poll on who you guys think is going to win. Let's run that poll right now before this game is over. Who wins? Lions, Bears. 3 minutes. Let's hear it. Bobby Brady. Who's Bobby Brady? Are we making up people now? Are we just doing alliteration for fun? Send Cordarrelle Patterson in motion. He's wide open. They throw it to him too late, though, and there is a great tackle from Jamie Collins with 2 back-to-back stops there. And now what do the Bears do? Do they try a 61-yard field? Or do they go for it on 4th and 5? Punting is just absolutely not an option here. 13-3 Bears, says Red Bear and Snoopy. Bobby Darin, that's a good one. Bobby's World. Okay, I don't think Bobby's World is older than 20 years old. Doesn't count. They are going to go for it here. Key play here is the polls who wins tomorrow, not today. Looking, goes downfield. Jimmy Graham uses his body to shield off Jared Davis, and that's a big 1st down. Keeping their hopes alive in this game with still only 6 minutes. The Lions are selling. What is this? Lions like, we don't care about that 1st down. This game in the bag. Wow, disrespect. Robert Saleh gets here. It will be Bobby's World. Fair enough. Yeah, you know what? I should start working on that Photoshop right now. Just Robert Saleh on his little tricycle. That seems disrespectful too. Any other Bobby's Worlds in the chat? Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it. It'll be such Lions to win tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, not recent Lions. They haven't won a division game in a year and a half, but I'm a great Madden player. Thank you. I'm doing it without any of my hands. I'm not playing. Trubisky goes deep into double coverage, and Allen Robinson comes down with it. What a catch. My goodness. And he's standing on top of the ball saying, pay me. Pay me. Stafford's like, you see the score there? We shouldn't have done that. Why did we do that on the sidelines? Okay, let's just score, and then it'll be okay. I'm scared. Look at that. Jaron Curson, great coverage. Amani Oruwariye goes for that ball, does not get it, and Allen Robinson just mans up and comes down with that ball. Unbelievable catch. Lions win, says blow it up. It's over. Bobby Knight. Oh, that's a good one. How did we not say Bobby Knight? Salah's family is from Dearborn, and I thought I heard he lives in Dearborn. I don't know if he lives there in the offseason. It wouldn't surprise me, but yeah, he absolutely still has family there in Dearborn. Would Salah be a minority hire? I mean, I guess I don't know the specific definitions. I think he would qualify for the Rooney Rule, if that's what you're wondering about. Big money Mitch in the fourth quarter. I'm telling you, man. It's the only quarter of football he's good at. Now you have to imagine the Bears are probably going to try an onside kick here. See what Pat O'Donnell has in store for us here. Jamal Agnew all the way in the back, hoping he gets a punt return here and a kick return here, and it does not look like they're going onside. They do kick it away. That is a ballsy move.
Jamal Agnew now to return it.
Agnew does get the opportunity, but does not get beyond the 30-yard line. Jeremy, how would you feel if Kenny G refuses to sign Bad Blood and we sign Allen Robinson instead? Contracts could be similar. I'm in. Also, I think Allen Robinson's a much better receiver. Maybe not much better. I think Allen Robinson's a better receiver. So I'd be okay with that. I mean, I'd be sad to see Galladay go just because, you like to have homegrown talent here, and you hate to see great players leave this organization, right? It's a bad look for the team. But if you get a better guy in his place, so be it. Pitches it to Adrian Peterson, tries to stiff arm Khalil Mack, but we know how that's going to work. Not well. I want the Lions to get Cameron Newton. All right, let's settle down here. Allen Robinson is a Detroit native. That is true, Steve-O. Seriously, how serious is that hip? Seems like a long time out. Yeah, I think, you saw he tried to practice a couple times, and obviously the injury's a little more serious than I think they thought. They probably would have put him on injured reserve if they knew he was going to be out this long. Bring home Salah and Allen Robinson would be awesome. Salah. I said Salah again. Salah would be awesome. Sign me up for that. Ooh, they're going to pass the ball. Or are they? Yes, he is. He finally gets it away. Finds it open. Marvin Jones. That's a huge play in this game as the Lions move those chains, pick up 25 yards, and keep that clock rolling. And Matt Nagy's like, have I updated my Indeed.com account? Yikes. Who was the better Lions running back, LeGarrette Blount or Adrian Peterson? You know what? I can't answer that question, but chat's about to answer it because we're about to do a poll. Because who had a better Lions career? And I know Adrian Peterson. I know his career isn't over yet. Peterson or LeGarrette? And I imagine you're asking because LeGarrette Blount did announce his retirement today. Safe travels to him and whatever next. Big hole for Kerryon Johnson, who picks up 9. Maybe give him a first down there? They call it 2nd and inches. Aww. What about, I should have put C.J. Anderson in there too. Dang it. 2nd and inches actually works in the Lions' favor, really. Now they get to burn an extra 40 seconds off the clock. Then they can pick up a first down, and then run some more time off that clock. I didn't even see, I forgot. What were the poll results for who you guys thought was going to win tomorrow? I forgot to look. Who saw? Did anyone see? Adrian Peterson, way ahead of LeGarrette Blount, which only goes to prove the heart does not, or absence does not make the heart grow fonder. Lions won 60%. There you go. The poll. Yes, they won the poll. They also appear they're going to win this Benson. Still passing the ball. Hawkinson picks up a nice 6 yards, and it feels like the Lions have finally adopted dagger time. They're not content with just running out the clock. They want to stick this one through the heart of the Chicago Bears as we're now nearing 3 minutes left in the game. Lions holding on to a 10-point lead. 23 OSU players out versus Michigan State. Are they dealing with the COVID thing too? I didn't even realize. Lions bleeding every second off that clock. Send in motion. Fake the end around there. Does not work effectively. Peterson loses a yard there. Man, missed the first hour of this in. Sounds like we were finally going to pull out a win. Like I told my Chicago fans, Detroit's going to lion and win for the worst draft. Chicago loses. Still pick a terrible player too early for the Bears in the draft. Yeah, maybe. No reason given. Oh, interesting. Yikes. Well, I guess Michigan State's got a chance now. Any big names, or do we not know yet? Dagger time is code for play half-ass, so Patricia gets the dagger. I mean, that seems rude of them. Stafford, nice little lob pass to Hawkinson, but just out of his reach. Lions will be forced to kick a field goal here. You imagine that's what they're going to do. Aww. Field is questionable. Interesting. There's our boy Matt Prater. Out for a 48-yard field goal. Lions needs to push it to 2. Oh, it's a fake! It's a fake! Prater, what are you doing? What is that? No! What is that? Now you give the Bears good field position. And now they only need a touchdown and a field goal. What was that play call? And meanwhile, Adrian Peterson wins the poll decisively. 83% say he's had the better Lions career than LeGarrette Blount. Wow, that was something. It is the Bears offense. You're right. They got 2 minutes, 3 timeouts, and 10 points to score with Mitchell Trubisky. Lions only sending a 3-man rush. That pass is overthrown. OSU's head coach is out. Field has to pass a COVID test in order to play. Well, I mean, what has he got, 30 minutes? Or are they the 3:30 game? Coombs wouldn't have called that. Fair point, Derek. Trubisky, pump fakes, looking to go deep, and no. Oh, he runs himself into a sack. Oh, no. Chonger, 24. Thank you for the follow. I don't know what that name means, and I'm afraid I probably shouldn't have said it out loud, but welcome to the pride. Did LeGarrette Blount even average over 2.5 yards per carry? I don't know. If we try to run a fake field goal, I'm going to die. Yeah, don't do that to Prater like that. I mean, if you're going to run a play, run it like you did in Lambeau a couple of years ago. Deep pass, good coverage there. And who is that? Is that Darryl Roberts? I believe it was with the pass breakup. Bears in trouble here, 4th and 17. Thoughts on Lincoln Riley as a new head coach? I haven't put a ton of thought into it, honestly, because I don't think he has any reason to leave. Hey, Chonker's a Lions fan. Hey, welcome. Well, hopefully you know who we are. PrideOfDetroit.com is our website. We write about the Lions. But we also have a Twitch page, obviously. And there's another deep pass. Another one broken up by Darryl Roberts, who is just completely blanketing his guy there. And the Lions are going to walk away winners of their only their second Madden Sim win this season. Assuming something doesn't go terribly, terribly wrong. Marvin Jones with a big day, 116 yards and a tutty. But the Bears do still have 3 timeouts left, so the Lions, if they get a first down, then this game will officially be over. But we'll see. Chonker sounds like a dream game we should know about. Maybe. Slay Master General says, even Madden knows the Lions always pull out trick plays in the last few games of the season, right? Yeah, Sooner agrees with me, Lincoln Riley, I should say, not leaving OU. I hope Michigan cancels next week's game against Ohio State to ruin their chance to go to the championship game. That would be something, huh? I didn't say you should know about me. I said hopefully you know about us. I'm not pulling the do you know who I am chart, thing. The fake was a calculated ploy to get better field position. Lions 2nd and 3. First down ends this ball game. They give it to Swift. Does not follow the big open hole there. Bears will call a timeout again. Lions will face a 3rd and 2 to send this one to the books. Everyone here from Michigan? Good question. I am currently from Michigan. I know there's a bunch of people. You're not talking to Jeremy Ron. Jeremy Reisman. How dare you? Lions need a good defensive piece like Stephon Gilmore, Jamal Adams, Tre'Davious White. Yeah, the trick is they're going to have to get a young piece, right? There's no point in spending it in an old guy when this is going to be a multi-year project. Meanwhile, Lions do not pick up the 3rd down. Will face a 4th down. Do they send out the kicking team? Prater is warming up there. 4th and 1. A 1st down ends it. A field goal gives them a slight chance to make it up. But we'll see. We got someone from New York, Toledo, Miami gang here. Michigan native in Chicago over on our YouTube page, Derek. They are going to kick a field goal, and it's up, and it's good. Hey, no licking your butt. No licking your butt, itchy pants. I'm from Michigan, but live in Kentucky. Look at that. We're spanning the country.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now,
Chunga sounds like a guitar riff name. Chumbawamba.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail.
Monroe, Grand Rapids. Oh, we got a Youper here. I didn't know you were a Youper, Snoopy. Who I recognize, obviously, from the Pride of Detroit. Comment section. My name is not Ron Jeremy Reisman. No. And you spelled my last name wrong. Hamtramck. Oh, you're from Hamtramck. Live in Austin. How's Austin? I was supposed to travel to Austin in the off season, with some college or with some high school buddies, just as a weekend trip. But we got COVID out, so Austin rules. The food really good. Yeah, music. Hopefully we get to go next year. Born in Flint, live in Fort Worth. Okay, we got some more Texas fellas here. Franklin barbecue. Ooh, I want some barbecue. Ontario. Aaron Donald will be nice. All right, last call for the Chicago Bears. Down 13, no timeouts, just under 90 seconds left. Not liking their chances. Haven't been able to connect downfield much. That's not going to do it. Cordarrelle Patterson just got flattened by Everson Griffin for 2 yards. As the clock continues to roll, the Bears go into a huddle because they're stupid. And Matt Nagy wants to get fired at this point. That is who Ron Jeremy is, yes. Zachary. Mike Gundy might be available. I went to school in Northern. I do not miss those winters in Northern Michigan. I feel you there. Jimmy Graham, again, checking down. Doesn't even get enough for the 1st down there. You have to wonder what the Bears are thinking here. Just phoning it in as the Lions are going to trot off to their 2nd Madden Sim win this year. Oof. In the least surprising news, Vontaze Burfict was arrested on a battery charge. Moonball, but you can't throw it at Darryl Roberts because he is going to knock it down every single time. That's 3 straight pass breakups by Darryl Roberts, who is a Madden superstar. If you've been following our Madden Sims every single week, when he's been healthy, he's been the best defender on the Lions. Oh, your takes on leftover dressing is spot on. Yeah, leftover dressing / stuffing. Delicious. Bears are going to run it on 4th and 1, and they are not going to get it. Lions stop them. 20-7. Lions is going to be your final score as the Lions come out with a decisive win in the Darrell Bevell era, even though our good friend Matt Patricia is on the sidelines for this one. Incredible play calling on both sides. Agreed. Why is this showing a huddle but says no huddle? Yeah, I don't know. Madden doesn't know what it's doing. 1st round pick, wide receiver or defensive front 7? Depends on the players, but I'm all about front 7 right now. Hey, Zachary, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate you, buddy. Welcome to the Pride. Perfect ending. Roberts to start tomorrow? Maybe. He still has to be activated from IR. If that happens, we're going to hear from it probably around 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll see. That is what I expect to happen. If not, it'll probably be D-Virgin elevated from the practice squad. But obviously, with the surprise news of waiving Marvin Hall, the Lions will have at least one roster spot open to promote someone either from IR or the practice squad. So that's almost certainly what's going to happen. Sarah Catholic is here. Hey, Sarah Catholic, thanks for stopping by. Unfortunately, you're catching us towards the end of the game here. Literally, the time is running out right now, and I'm going to have to hop off here and shower and get ready for my my blood drive here. But
Madden fixed Stafford.
100 bits from Uncle Indigo says, they fixed Stafford. Indeed, they did. He came out looking like a completely different wide receiver for this game. What was it, 20 of 27 for 230-some and 2 touchdowns, and one more awe for the 2 head coaches that are going to get fired / already been fired. Sorry. Yeah, Daniel Dixon. There was a report late last night from Mike Garofalo that Marvin Hall is getting waived. It hasn't happened yet, but the Lions usually do their roster move Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m., so I would expect them to confirm that around 4 p.m. along with whatever the corresponding move is there. It is definitely a bit of a surprise there. No worries, Sarah. I appreciate you stopping by at all. So what's your mustache modeled after? Freddie Mercury, My Name is Earl, Boogie Nights Extra. That's a great question. I'd love to pretend that there's some sort of, thought, to this madness, but it's how it grows in, essentially. Like I like the goatee look a little bit better, but we got enough donated to our Movember campaign where I shaved the beard, and so we've just been rocking the mustache for about a week and a half. But like I said, so I think we're going to do that. So come by Sunday after the game. We'll do our normal podcast. We'll do our post-game show, which usually lasts about 30 minutes. Then at 7 p.m., we'll do our full podcast. We're going to run down some general manager candidates. We'll obviously talk about the Bears game a little bit. But if we get 5 gifted subs during that stream, I'll keep this for another week. Next week after that, after the Packers game, we'll have to up it up to 10 gifted subs. And if we get 10 gifted subs, I'll keep it for another week. Then it's 20. We'll just keep doubling it, and I'll keep the mustache for as long as you guys keep supporting the channel. And so let's get back to here really quick. We'll look at some stats. New podcast, Stash Attack. Jeremy, this could change the Lions' defense, maybe. If the Lions get Stephon Gilmore, Aaron Donald, Jamal Adams, Tre'Davious White, then the Lions' defense would be way better. Good point. That's a very good point. Stafford with a passer rating of 127.3, 262 yards, 75% completion percentage, 9.3 yards per attempt. Meanwhile, Matt Prater, just an awful day throwing the ball 0 for 1 on that ridiculous fake field goal. Trubisky, not a good day, only an 81 passer rating, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, just 6.3 yards per attempt. Let's look at the rushing in this game. Probably not a lot happening in the run game, if I remember correctly. Trubisky leads the day with 41. Adrian Peterson, your leading carrier, with 29 yards. Swift somehow got there, even though we benched him. Not a good day from him. Marvin Jones and Allen Robinson went toe-to-toe today. Allen Robinson had that ridiculous one-handed catch for a touchdown. Jones had a touchdown himself. Hawkinson had a nice day. So did Danny Amendola. And let's look quickly at some defensive stats. Jamie Collins leads the way with 11 tackles. Roquan Smith had a great day for the Bears. I want to look at passes defended really quick because they only gave 2 to Darryl Roberts. I thought he had 3. Deron Harmon with an interception. Jalen Johnson with a pass pass defended. So did Justin Coleman, and then sacks. Lions had a lot of sacks in this game. Everson Griffin had 1. Reggie Ragland, Amani Oruwariye, and Jamie Collins, I should say, and Justin Coleman. Is that 5 sacks? Dang. Big game from Lions defense. Look at my last 2 messages. What'd you say? Lions win. I gotta scroll up here. What am I looking at? I'll be keeping an eye on the 49ers game tomorrow. Big showcase for Salah. Who do they got? Who do the 49ers got tomorrow? But yeah, I'll obviously be. So we're doing a thing called the Coaching Power Rankings, and so I'm going to move them up and down based on how they perform each week. So I'll be keeping a close eye on that too. RT made me do this. Thank you for the follow. I missed that as well. I didn't see your other message. I'm sorry. How's the pup? The pup is doing great. He's a little itchy, so we have him on some allergy medicines right now. But other than that, he's fantastic. Thank you for asking. Appreciate you. They got the Bills. 49ers are Monday. Oh, they're one of the Monday night games. Perfect. Now you can see my ceiling. You don't need to see my ceiling. Anyways, guys, I got to start getting ready for my blood appointment. If you can, by the way, I'm a huge proponent of giving blood. if you're eligible to give blood and you're not too afraid of needles, no one likes needles. So I would suggest trying to get over it if you can. Please give blood if you can. I try to give platelets every month, sometimes even more than that. It takes 2-3 hours out of your day. But if you're dying to catch up on a Netflix show, most places that you donate allow you to watch Netflix while you donate. And so that's what I'll be doing. I'll be finally dipping my toes into Queen's Gambit. Or you can just give regular blood. The only downside of giving regular blood, it only takes 10 minutes or so. So that's the positive. The downside is that you can only do it every, 90 days or so. So it takes a while to regenerate. I give platelets so I can give every 2 weeks. So that's what I try to do. I don't know what turned this into a PSA, but please do it if you can. You also get a free COVID test if you're concerned about that at this point, but make sure you go in with your healthy. You obviously have to wear a mask the entire time. Another good defensive piece of the Lions could get is Jadeveon Clowney. Sure. Let's throw out all the big names. Chicken to Senpai. Thank you for the follow as well. I think that's going to do it, chat. Let's find someone to raid before we go out of here. Do we want to do what we've been doing in the past and find someone playing Madden as the Lions? Or should we find someone else that we love that's streaming right now? One stream I've been really into lately is Jonathan Ogg. It's a music stream. He basically creates, he doesn't know a ton of music, but you'll throw a YouTube link at him if you I think you have to donate, and he'll recreate the entire song just from hearing it. It's incredible, and I feel like that's who I want to raid. Or we could find someone on Madden playing as the Lions. Someone playing Madden in the Lions, says Daniel Dixon. All right, let's do that. Let's take a look here. Let's see who's playing Madden. Wait, we should just browse by Madden. I'm losing my voice, chat. I always lose my voice after this. All right, let's scroll. Anyone playing Lions? Lions. By the way, where are we? Look at that. We're only at 47 viewers. Y'all already dipped on me. We were up to 90 during the game. Y'all just dipped, huh? You're just using me. You're just using me for the final result. Send me a link to the music person. I will do that right now. Jonathan Ong is his name. Awesome. I'm going to throw it in both YouTube and Twitch chats. Really, really cool guy. And he streams a lot on Saturday mornings. I like to just kind of listen to it while I'm making breakfast and stuff like that. Anyways, we got to find a Lions guy. Not seeing a lot of people playing as Lions. That's weird. They're such a good team. Why wouldn't... Okay, here we go. One viewer. This might be perfect. Now, is he playing as a Lions or is he playing... He's playing as a Lions. This is it. We're going to raid this guy. Let me see if...
Second season, he has to start ironing out some of these
All right.
mistakes.
Either way, we're going to raid this guy. Raid. So go over there. Say hi. Stick around for a little bit. I'm sure someone with only one viewer will be psyched to even see 20 of you stop by and say hi. I don't know if he's got any voice or anything on, but since he's streaming, you have to imagine maybe he's there. So go over there. We'll see you guys Sunday after the game. We're gonna try to save our mustache. Save my mustache. We'll see if we can do it. We'll be going over Lions GM candidates as well. So stick with us. Make sure you're following on YouTube, Twitch. Get notifications every time we go live. We will see you guys again soon. Sunday after the game and then 7 p.m. Eastern. That's when our next streams are. 2 streams tomorrow. 2 streams right after the game, 7 p.m. Eastern. See you then. Goodbye. All right, I know YouTubers, you're still here, and this is awkward. But we'll see. I'm just want to make sure all my Raiders get over to where they need to be. All right, 5, 4, 3,